Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, ZSHPlays here. In today's video we are building a pretty cool Gibbon complex, and we are also building a little habitat in this area here for the sandcat. What I have done already, just to kind of get ahead of time, because obviously the style of recording I'm doing now doesn't kind of allow me to do the full thing on like when I've come to record it. So I've just kind of given myself just a little head start just so it's not too tedious and stuff. But what I'm doing is I'm using the Gibbon forest at Twycross Zoo as a reference. It's not going to be an exact copy of it, it's just going to be completely inspired. Very similar building style, similar building materials and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this swirly path coming up. Obviously taking accessibility into account as well. And then we're going to have a wall here just as like a welcome to the Gibbon forest or something. And then this is going to be the first enclosure here. So at Twycross you kind of stand and you look down, and then they have an outdoor bit and they'll have an island here. So if you haven't been to Twycross, let me just try and vision it for you just so you know. I'll also pop an image up here what's like kind of what I'm doing. So basically they just kind of have like a little island like that as such. And then I'll just do that there. And then they'll also have one, let's say here. And then we'll just connect that back up. Just kind of like that on each side, and then kind of similar over here. Obviously this isn't going to be the finished product as such, but it'll be something very similar, because obviously they've got to kind of come over. And then at the back over here they would also have one kind of similar to that or something. So let's just get them in as just like a rough template, I think, just to be on the safe side. So it'd be something like that. Obviously the one at Twycross Zoo is a little bit more like this side, it kind of fits into the landscape and stuff, but obviously I'm a little bit restricted in this area, so I'm just making use of what I've got. This bit here is just going to be like a bit of a rockery or kind of like flower beds and stuff. I might put some aviaries here or something, and then we're going to have the sandcats here, so I am just going to kind of square that off just to make sure we've got enough space. And I might just take the island in a little bit, because they don't need to be too big, these islands don't. The idea is to have, so we want like the different colour morphs. I know there's only 3, so I was going to do the white ones, or the creamish coloured ones. So these ones, I was going to do these on one island, and then I've actually managed to get a couple. So I was going to do the darker ones, the dark brown ones on like a separate island, and then I was going to do the red ones probably up here, and then potentially do like a mixed one with siamangs or something. So this one will be very kind of like me talking, and then I will go into speed build just to kind of keep the time shorter, just like we've done in the past, just to make it a little bit more watchable, because otherwise it's going to be a really long video and it'll probably get quite boring just watching me place walls around and stuff. So I'll try and keep it as concise and obviously keep you informed as much as possible, which should be cool. So let's get straight into it. What I've pretty much done here is just kind of put down the base. So these will be the staff entrances. Obviously I can't put staff facilities in here because it will affect the guests. I know we're playing the sandbox mode, but at Twycross they kind of have it at the back here. So we're just going to kind of build like a little staff hut here, which kind of connects. The building itself, which I will put a little image up here, it kind of has this like stone base, and then it's got like a corrugated iron effect, or it could be wood, I'm not 100% sure. But it's pretty much these upright slats, and then it's kind of like diagonal slats up quite high. Then it has quite a steep roof, but then it's got a couple of different types of roofs as well. So I'm going to do like one style roof here, and then the other roof will kind of go across. And then this is just like a little viewing platform that they have in real life. So they have these on each side, so you can kind of come out, stand here, and you can look over here to see this island, or you can stand over here to see that island. Whichever one you fancy, and it's entirely up to you. So yeah, pretty much just get straight into the build. All I've got from here to do is pretty much just go up using the wood pieces. So we should be okay just to hop straight in and do that. So let me just find the right piece of wood piece that I want to use, because it's got to be not so much a copy, but I want it to be as close as possible. So I was thinking of potentially either using the Australian pieces. So I just want to see what they look like, but if not we can use something different. So I'm going to pop that one down for now, and I am just going to look through and just see what other wood pieces we have. Ideally we could do with one that's recolorable, so the stained wood piece could be a good contender. So let's have a look at these ones. So obviously these aren't recolorable either, so we'll pop that one on. And then we'll just see which ones look the best, which kind of go with the theme, and then we'll just use whichever one we want. I mean, we could try these, to be fair. I've not used them before. It's something different. And I guess if we're just doing something inspired, we can use whatever we want. These were the other ones, so let me pop these on this side. So in real life, they're more of like an orangey kind of colour. For some reason I thought these were recolorable. Stained wood arch, I'm sure they were recolorable. Flexicolour. Let me go back into the grid. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. As I said, I knew they were recolorable, so I don't know what was going on there. They're quite an orangey colour, but obviously I want it to be a little bit more of a greyish orange. I'd probably say more similar to that, I think. Let's have a look at it with the light tool. Probably put a little bit more orange in, actually. Just finding that right balance of it being dark, but not too pink. About there is perfect. So let's have a look at that. Pop the light tool on. I think that looks okay. The only problem is in real life the slats do go the same way as this, but I mean it's not the end of the world. I'm not too bothered about it. So let's get rid of these because I think this one goes a lot better. So if we go to there, I will have to use a lot of 2 meter pieces and stuff in this, but it's fine. We can just get around it like that. Here, obviously, this is going to be like the little viewing platform. So we'll probably have the exit here, and then we'll probably have a rope going across to this bit here. And then from here, we'll probably have the piece here just so they can access that bit. I might also add like a kind of adventure path down here, just so they can see them from both sides as well. That's not in the zoo, but we can add it. As like I say, it's our own spin, so we can pretty much just do what we want with this. So let me just place all of these around. So let's just grab that door piece as well. So just to make my life easier, we're just going to grab that. I'm actually going to use the arch, I think, because I think the actual door piece might be a little bit too small. So I think it's best if we go with something like that. And then what we can do here is we can just add the path fencing, sorry, I couldn't think what it was called then, which is pretty easy to do. We can literally just toggle the railing on elevated on and just add it like that. And it's pretty much as simple as that. And then obviously we just need some kind of supports here. Obviously we need to think about if we're going to have... Let me just have a think how we do this. I don't know whether to move this more here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have the island more or less here, I think. And then let's just kind of paint this. Just get rid of this. Let's just make it nice and smooth like that. And then we can just give them a fairly big island at the back there. And I'm probably going to do the same with this, actually, to be fair. I'm probably going to use this middle bit and scrap this. So what I'll do is I'll just go back and smooth all this out, because it's just going to look a little bit weird if I don't. I think that looks a little bit better. Actually, I want it a little bit closer. Just like that, I think. And then I can literally just use the smooth tool all the way around, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer and stuff. With the Gibbon forest at Twycross, they do kind of have like an edging that goes all the way around the edge, because obviously gibbons don't swim, so quite a lot of places use like water as like a natural barrier. It's quite common to see that. I think, I'm just trying to think, so I'm sure Chester Zoo Yeah, Chesters do have Gibbons, sorry, but they don't have like a water moat. They're in with the either Sumatran or Borneo orangutans, whichever ones are in the realm of the red ape. And I also think they've got a couple in the monsoon forest as well. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I've only been to Chesters a couple of times, so I tend to forget what they do and they don't have. But I know at Twycross and Artist Zoo, which if you check out the, I'll pop the little timestamp up here as well. The Artist Zoo tour, they have like their own little island, which is pretty cool. So I'll pop the, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a tag actually to take you to the other video. Okay, so let's just find some suitable, and I'm hoping we can kind of use something like this. So with the stained ones, they have these Indonesian pieces, and they also have a couple of other bits as well. So let's just see if we can find something good enough to use as kind of like a support beam. I have used them before, but I think it was called painted. So let me have a look. So I used them for this build here, you know, the edges. So when I built these custom fences, I used these because I painted these to a colour that I wanted. So we could potentially use something like that, I think. And we could recolour it to kind of like that colour grey. So what I want with this is I just kind of want it just like that, I think. Let me just make sure random rotation is off and the angle snap is on. So I want one about there, and then I want one to be in line with this path. And then I will also want one in line with that path, and then I'll also want one there like that. And then it should just be very easy to advance, move and duplicate those over, like that. And then whilst I've got them selected, I can also do the same again. Make my life easier and literally just almost copy and paste them all the way over. Just move them back a touch, just like that. And then that is pretty much the balconies. I'm not sure on these, I might actually see, I might have a look through the fencing actually and just see if we've got anything different that I can use. I want something a little bit more adventure looking. So potentially something like this. Yeah, let's get rid of the paths on this. Like I say, it's more of a play around because I've not built something like this before, so let's give what we can a go. While I'm thinking about it as well, I want everything to be in the same group. So let's just add all that to the group. There we go, bro. So let me grab that fence in. So it was this one here, so the Oceania driftwood, and then I want them on the outside. So I kind of want them to overhang a slight little bit. And I just want to see how it looks to start with. Right, and then we've got angle snap on, so and then let me just move that down. So it doesn't look right, so I'm not going to use that. I think that works. I can use that. Might just have to have a play around with this bit, I think. But it should be fine. Let me just complete this bit. So that bit pretty much snapped in perfectly, which was nice. And then it's just a case of just kind of patching it all together just to make sure it all fits in nicely. And I can do something like that. And I can pretty much just do the same here if I need to. Like that. And then if I extend to there, I think obviously I can't help this. Let me just go back one actually. Just like that, I think. And then I need that at that angle. Yeah, I think I'm going to struggle to kind of have that as it is, but it's fine. I can move it around and just get it how I need it. And then what I can do here is I can literally just kind of copy and paste. And it should fit in very nicely. Just into that bit there. Okay, I think that works quite nicely. What they do also have as well is they kind of have like a little platform as such over the top. So I was thinking of just getting rid of this and just having a look through the roofing pieces. So the ones they use would be more of like a metal cladding kind of roof. But the one I've got in mind could be potentially... Because these aren't flexi-coloured, are they? No, they're not flexi-coloured. Just filter that onto roof actually. I mean, I could use... That's kind of similar to something that they use, but it's a bit more 3D, the one they use, so it's a bit too much. Something like that, I'd probably say. I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to use that as like a little bit of a palette here, I think. Let's just see what this would look like. I think that could work. I could use that all the way around because it's got a little bit of like a weathered effect. Let's just have a look, see if there's anything else I would potentially use. I was thinking these, but they're a little bit too... They're not really what I'm looking for, but that's fine. We'll stick with what we've got, I think. We'll use the metal clad one, because that's the one I had in mind originally, so we will stick with that, and we're not going to change our answer. So let me just place down the ones that I will need, and just make like a little, this area is just a little bit of a palette. I might also use them at 2 meters. Don't think I'm going to use them at 1 meter. Probably going to need a steep corner, but I don't think... Could use... Let me just have a look at the inspiration images actually. No, so it's quite straight, so we're just going to use them. That's fine, and then I will need 4 meter eve, that's fine. So I'll leave them there like that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the stained wood piece as well, just to fill in these gaps at the side. The idea that I've got, I wish I could kind of use one that was smaller than this and kind of have it at that height, or maybe that height, but if it's not going to work, unfortunately, so I am just going to have to use it at the actual height. But it's not the end of the world, it's fine. I can just kind of patch it up how I need to. I can literally just extend these two out a bit, just like that. Or I could actually use something like this, but I think it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a bit too much. But that's fine. What I will do is just kind of use these. Well, let me just check which piece that is. Okay, so wood beam thick painted 6 meter. So what I want is possibly a 4 meter to go there. Right, and then what I also want is a line to surface, and I want that about there. Okay, we might even need Yeah, 2 meter works better. So let's get that into position. Kind of want it a little bit behind. And then I want it about there. So this is pretty much just to support this kind of like sunroof as such. It's just a little viewing area. It's nothing structural, and I could potentially pop 2 here actually, and I could fasten, and I can use that to kind of hide that little piece there, I think. Let me just zoom in and just check. So if we use that bit there, so they're a little bit off center to the beams below, but it's not, doesn't matter too much, it should be fine. Just wanted to check they stick out. Yep, that's fine. And they also, and then what I can do here is I can just move the fencing back a little bit just so it doesn't stick through. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I want to go around and fill all this in. My mind's telling me no, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I think it will look a lot better if we've got something just kind of here like this. Probably going to use these pieces actually, because if I can get them just right like that, I can pretty much fasten them in, just kind of use it like that. Because then again, that also adds just like a little, just a bit of a cool effect really. I think if we kind of take it to there, and then what I can do as well is I can duplicate that down, but then I can push it back to around here, I think, just until it doesn't kind of stick out anymore. And then I can also do the same on this side with the 4 meter pieces. So let me just make sure it is the right size. Yeah, that's fine. And then what we'll do is we will just use the 2 meter pieces, because these pieces of lumber as such aren't gonna stretch all the way across. I'm also only going to do the front. I'm not too worried about the back here. So same again, advance move duplicate, just to get them down, and then coming back out, grabbing all of those. And then what we did here is we just kind of married it up to about there. So I'm going to do it like that, and then these 2 here. Oh, I can't select that one. I'm just going to move them in to roughly there, I think, and then it's pretty much same as before. That should slot straight into position like that. Okay, I'm having trouble grabbing these like that. That's fine, it's not playing ball how I wanted it to, but I can just literally just move it into position how I need it, so that's fine. Just like that. And then again, it doesn't like me selecting these. Ooh. What an absolute nightmare. 1 second. There we go. So that was so much more fiddly than it should have been, but it's not the end of the world, we made it. And then I guarantee we're probably going to have the exact same problem here. No, it's fine. I have faith in the game to not do that again. And I'm just going to make it all the same height, just so everything is cohesive and everything obviously matches up. So let me just push those out. I'm going to move them up a little bit as well. Just like that. And then surprise, surprise, we can't. Ooh. It's an absolute nightmare to try and grab these, but we're just going to solo it. I think it's going to be the easiest option. Because I can pretty much just match it up here and go to there. Okay, that's fine. I'm leaving that. I'm not doing. I'm not doing this because that was an absolute nightmare to do. Let me just see if I can grab. 1 second. Right, and I'm hoping if I duplicate all this, should just be able to kind of slot it straight into space, but right, that fits perfectly. And let's just delete out the secondary beams because we don't need them. So it's just going to be slightly off on each side, but if we just delete them out, that'll be fine. What I do need to do on this side is just turn off the railing on the elevated path. So it's as easy as that, just get rid of it like that. Okay, so I'm happy with these two kind of viewing platforms on each side. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to fill in the insides and just kind of do the basis of the enclosures, and then I will come back out of speed build and I'll just go over what I've done. So I feel like we've got to a point now where we kind of know where we're going with it. So yeah, I'll hop back in a couple of minutes and then we'll catch up on what I've done. Hi guys, okay, so this is pretty much what I've done. It was quite fiddly, so it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. So this is pretty much where we are at with the internal building. Obviously I've got the 4 different paddocks in. I have also put these Oceania nets kind of thing kind of draping down. I'd kind of picture the gibbons to kind of swing around off that. But obviously this is just their indoor shelter. So obviously from here we're going to have kind of like structures on the islands so they can climb and kind of swing around. Obviously this one will kind of have like a rope drooping down to there or something. We're just going to kind of play around and just see what we can kind of come up with, I think. Obviously the one at Twycross, I'm just going to do it now whilst I've got the inspiration up. So let's just grab the stained pieces because I do need to pop a couple of them in. Let's just have a look because I found ones that I really wanted to use. Let's try these ones. Yeah, so these ones will be perfect. I am going to turn off the angle snap though. So basically what they've kind of got is they've kind of got like a short one in the middle and then like really tall ones on the outer sides like that. So if we kind of base it off something like that and just make them slightly higher. And then I'm also just going to make that one a little bit higher as well. And then we're just going to kind of add like shorter ones around and stuff like that. Maybe one like that. I am going to add a kind of short one in here, but we're obviously going to pop that. Needs to be a little bit more central like that, I think. So obviously we'll have a rope from there to there, and we'll have a rope from there to there, and then all these will kind of be connected. Obviously I'm going to come back and do these at the end because this would be the final piece that needs to be done. The one at Twycross does kind of have like a little bit of a slope in the middle. So I am going to just not so much do it too far, but I want it kind of like that because they have got like little trees and stuff they've got planted. Obviously we're going to go around the edge with rockery and just some kind of plants and stuff just to fill in the space. I know I said about having the path, so let me pop that in now because I think that would be quite cool. I do also want to put a railing on this one, but it's just finding the right path to actually use. So I haven't really got any with kind of cool railings, which is a little bit annoying. But that could work. Let's try that. So we just kind of want it to go to probably there, I think, and then just kind of loop maybe around like that. And then also the same from here, so we want it to go to about there, I think. And then what this will do is it will just provide kind of like ground viewing. So obviously they'll be kind of swinging around. Obviously you've got the little viewing station up here as well. But yeah, I think it's a good start to where we're going as well. Obviously I know I said we was going to have the sandcats here, but I do think that's going to change now. We might just pop some fake aviaries like what we've done in the past here, just to kind of block off this area, and it's a good little view in, just to kind of see. I'm going to separate this bit here because I think obviously that when they're in the zoo they don't want to be seeing the farm because they've probably already been around it. But we could have like a little drink refreshment area here, and then pretty much it'll just be a case of copying it over on this side. I did want to kind of add possibly like a kiosk or something up here, probably like an information booth, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I think the barrier side of it's probably going to be tricky, so I'm going to get that in now, and then what I can do is I can literally just kind of copy and paste it over a little bit. So let's just get that into the corner just to where we need it. So using the little trick that I use all the time, just using the plus and minus on the keyboard, and then pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loop it all the way around the water. Obviously we've got escapes off at the moment, so it's completely fine, we don't need to worry about escapes and stuff, but obviously we just want it to be as kind of accurate as possible. Let me just drag that to there, because that would make my life easier. And then if we sink down, we can just add the habitat gate there like that. So what we'll do is we'll just do that for each of them, and then pretty much what I'll do is I'll come back at the end. I'll do the ropes off camera because I feel like it will be a little bit fiddly. We might actually have to split this segment into 2 parts, I think. So I think in this video I am going to finish off these. I'm probably going to do half, and then I'll finish the other half off camera. And then in the next episode we're going to do the sandcats here. I'm thinking of having like an indoor and an outdoor bit and having a little overpass for them. I think that can work, because I'm pretty sure the sandcat can climb. So we might do that. I think that would be quite good. But yeah, I think if we go with that, that should be cool. I might pop the building here because it's a little bit more square. But yeah, let's get to work and let's get that sorted. So I'm going to do the inside of this. Obviously, I know I said about having kind of like rockery and stuff, but I think I'm going to actually raise the terrain here. Pretty much just kind of copying it all the way around. And I'm just going to smoothen it around the edge as well. And obviously we'll come back once we do like finishing touches and stuff. But yeah, I think pretty much what we've got so far, I think that's pretty cool so far. What I did want to do is I just wanted to add the ropes onto one side, just to see how it reacts, because obviously I need the gibbons to be able to go to and from and climb the ropes and stuff. So let me just get those ropes added. I'm going to use the 4 meter pieces. We want it to be in the grid, so let's just get it. Turn angle snap off as well. And I'm hoping I can get as close as I can without kind of going a little bit too far. Just see what that looks like from there. And then pretty much it is just a case of doing it like that. What I could also do here is I could add, let me just get these added to the group as well. Can I not do that? It's fine, that one's added. It's fine. Okay, and then pretty much from here, so obviously I can final one in. There we go. Okay, so using this same kind of rope, what I'm going to do is just kind of line it up as best as I can. So I'm thinking about there. So just using the advanced move just to just get that lined up again. So I need the red one, and then what I do is I just kind of gauge it like that. I think if I go like that, what I can do is pretty much just kind of duplicate that out a little bit like that. And then what that'll do is that will literally just hit. Don't need to advance move that, let me just move it as normal. And then also that will give the guests a very good view as well if they are looking on here. Okay, and then pretty much same here. So obviously I want the rope just kind of as close as possible. And also as well, what I can do here is I can, just to make my life easier, is just move the ropes as I need to. Just like that. And then I think if we are to, let's go back to that one. So I think with this, it's hopefully a good idea. So I think I'm going to kind of just duplicate these and just kind of move them into place, I think. So I can just kind of see when each bit goes into the wood as such. So what I can do is I can do that. And then I can almost kind of use it as a guideline like that. And then I can either just kind of move it back to where I need it like that. And then that will pretty much just give me a rope. And then it's just going to be the same pretty much all the way through. So obviously I need to kind of have it aligned already. Obviously this bit's going to be a little bit fiddly. So let me just pop through. I'll just speed through and just do this, and then I'll come straight back. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got so far. So obviously I left it when we'd kind of semi-finished this. What I've done is I have done all the other 4 pools. Like I say, this is inspired by the Twycross to Gibbon forest. It's not an exact recreation. What the hell is going on here? Let me just unbox all the animals. They are having a bit of trouble kind of going across these ropes and stuff. I've not really found a way to make it easier for them to get across. Oh, we've got one of them here. I've done something pretty cool with this as well. So what I've done is I've actually separated it on the actual morph. So I've got the black ones here. I believe this is the dark brown ones, although they do look very similar, but they're just a little bit lighter. And then over here I have the red ones. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we can find them here. So obviously it's a little bit light, but this is the red gibbons. And then we've just got the standard kind of cream ones. Let me just pause that. And then we can just see this one here, look. So we've just got one hanging here. So similar to Twycross, they do have a couple of mixed ones, but they've got 4 different pools. So they've got like different species of gibbon in them pools. So that's pretty much what I wanted to do. With regards to this space here, I wasn't actually sure whether I wanted to do the sandcats here or not. I was thinking kind of like potentially moving this tree probably there, and then possibly moving that one there and having that as like the access. Just kind of taking this back a little bit and then just making this like the backstage area here, and then having like a cool little, I'm not sure yet. I was thinking probably something potentially like the capuchins or something that could work well here. It's quite compact. I did kind of save this area here for the sandcats because I thought it would work quite well. But then obviously when I was building this as well, I thought I could put something here, obviously not sandcats, but I could put something to kind of use this area here. Because obviously it's already kind of fenced off, so we just need something kind of small. I could put capuchins here to be quite honest, but then obviously we're going to have to redo all this fencing, and I can't really bother to do that, so I want to do something kind of hoof stock. Just something that can kind of have a little shelter here, because we can kind of build into this area here because it's only the middle, so I could potentially delete a couple of squares out or something and just bring it back so they've got a little bit of shelter, and then they can either go this way or they can go to that side, or we can do 2 separate. Not 100% sure, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing in the background. It has taken me a long time to actually get this all completed. Obviously the only problem that I do have at the minute is them keep getting boxed up. They like kind of jump and then go into like a box, but it's not the end of the world. Sometimes they do get stuck like we saw over there, but other than that it's just unbox all animals and it's pretty cool. So I did this bit here as like the kind of entrance to these adventure pathways. I did just use, let me just go in, so I just use like a thick beam. I used the netting and then I choose like thinner ones and stuff. Just recoloured these ones at the side because I thought they looked pretty cool. I can actually turn climbing off on all these because I don't actually need the climbing on. We'll get around, we'll do them as we go. So yeah, pretty much this is kind of where you'd walk into. I didn't know whether to kind of make this like this all the way down, but then obviously I thought about the tortoises being next to it as well, so I thought no, we'll leave it as it is and we'll just kind of have this as a little bit of kind of like a adventure area. I am going to add some little kind of boards here because I want to take photos of them and do the boards to match what we've got here. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. This is the back end of the red gibbons, so pretty much you can come all the way kind of to here, but obviously this is in the way, so you'd kind of view through here or you'd kind of just stand here. You can go all the way down to here, but obviously we've got the staff kind of entrance here. There is a staff path here that I've just kind of covered up as such, because I don't really like the look of the staff paths. So these are the two on the kind of entrance side. Pretty happy with them, to be fair. I like these poles. It's very similar style to the one at Twycross Zoo, so obviously I wanted to kind of stick to that as best as possible. I did build these little things here which are also at Twycross Zoo. So if I just pop us into here, oh, wrong one. I need the explore cam. Not on the roof, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Let me just get that actually into where I need it and not on the roof. We'll put it there like that because that'll be fine. So I can just come out of that and then pretty much this is where you'd kind of stand up here and you can kind of see them. Obviously I like this bit as well, or this one coming out as well, so you can kind of watch them run across, which is pretty cool. And you'll just kind of sit there. And yeah, you can just pretty much kind of watch them for however long you want, to be fair. You've also got an elevated view here of the red gibbons, which is pretty cool. So obviously you can kind of see them. You can't see their entrance from here, but you can inside. And then they've got all this area here just to kind of thingy. Obviously you can see down onto the staff path. Would be good as well, because I remember it when I went to Blackpool Zoo, their orangutan has like a little elevated bit like this, and then there's a path, and the staff does the kind of talk and stuff from the staff path, which is pretty cool. So this bit will be decorated just with some kind of education and stuff. Obviously the insides I've kept very basic. I didn't want to go overboard, but I've got bits here where they can sit and you can see. This is obviously the inside. We've gone with the, I can't remember the name of this item actually, but I have got it favoured. So it's called Planted Wood Panel. So it's just like a living wall kind of thing. Obviously we've got a couple of monsteras. And then here we've just added a couple of little vivariums for insects and stuff. Another monstera there, we've just got like a little seating area in the middle. And then pretty much the same for these gibbons on this side. And then it's pretty much a mirror image, if I'm being honest. We've got yeah, these are the black ones, so there's one right there, look. And obviously this area here does need to be filled. But from this one you can see them coming out of their little inside enclosure. These ones do have the biggest one out of the lot, but it's just the way I built it. So these are the dark brown ones. I know they do look black, but they are dark brown in their little category thing. So if we just have a look on, let me just select him. So they're actually brown, these ones are. So I've just bunched all them ones together. And then, yeah, you can pretty much, you can't really see round to the other one because I wanted it to be like two separate bits. But other than that, I'm really, really happy with how it's turned out. I used these as well. I'm pretty sure Sparrow made these, but I'll have to double check because I did get them off her link for the True North tour. And then obviously I've just kind of replicated these all the way around. So they're just like little, I don't actually know what you call these, but I can save them and put them onto the workshop if you want. But yeah, I've just got this little area here. I was going to add like a little food bit here and probably some seating, but then I thought, I'm not sure, we'll see how we go, because obviously if I want to build stuff here, it's going to, I'm not sure how it would work unless I do it as like a little staff hub here. But yeah, this is pretty much the Gibbon area. I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out really well. I know I said I was going to split the episode into two to do the sandcats, and I'm also going to add the capuchins as well, but I am just going to do it all in the one episode. So I've decided on capuchins to go here, backstage there, and then just like a little aviary here with some rocks and just some like climbing. And then here we're going to do the sandcats and do like some overpasses and stuff. So I think that'd be pretty cool. I wanted to show you this sign as well, which I kind of made. I don't know why, it just seemed fitting, so I just kind of did this. I think it looks alright, it's not the greatest. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm still stuck on what to put here, so if you have got any suggestions, please drop them below and I'll have a look and see what we can work into here. But other than that, let's hop straight into the capuchins. Okay, so little change of plan. I know I said about having the capuchins here. I am actually going to add the binturong and the giant otters, or potentially the small clawed otters. Let me just have a look. Small clawed otter, sorry, not the giant otter. We can add the giant otter elsewhere. So obviously these two do share an enclosure at Yorkshire Wildlife Park, which is pretty cool. So same style pretty much. We're literally just going to have this kind of style just on a smaller scale. So I'm probably going to do one layer and then I might just go straight in with the wood, I think, and just kind of skip out the corrugated iron pattern. So let's just hop straight on in. I'm just going to use the European stone, if I can type properly, European stone pieces. Also as well, I just wanted to say about content in June. It's going to be quite a slow month, unfortunately. I've pretty much got this weekend free, and then I'm busy next weekend, and then the week after that I'm at Thorpe Park, which is a bit surprising, but I was a little bit scared to go, but we're going. So we'll see how we get on. But no, we initially planned to go for when Hyperia is open, but it's closed at the minute. But whether it opens or not, I'm not too bothered. We're still going anyway. So yeah, that week it will be quite slow. Should be able to get something out for the weekend, I would have thought, because I'm going midweek for 2 days. But we'll kind of see how it goes. This will obviously be coming out the week before that. So I'm probably going to put this out on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. It's been quite a long one. I did aim to get it out for Saturday. At the point of recording, it is Saturday now, so that's not going to happen. But it is what it is. I wanted to get everything right and get everything looking pretty cool, so it's not the end of the world. So let me just choose the colour I want to go for. Thinking, let's just try both of them. So we've got the colour from here, but I don't want it to be the same, so we are going to use this one. So we'll pretty much just kind of copy that all the way around. I probably am going to split it into two as well, I think. Probably going to do something like this. And just have a look and see what I can come up with. Potentially something like that so the otters can get out of there, and then we'll probably have like a little climbable bit so the binturong can kind of climb this area. We're only going to have one binturong and probably 2 otters, I think. It's just going to be a little small exhibit. Obviously they've got all the inside as well. I am just going to move it back a little bit, probably to there, and we'll just move these trees in the back as well. So we'll probably delete that one because we don't need it. Let's just see whereabouts we can pop this one. So I think if we do it like that, that kind of gives enough space for them to come out and do what they need to. Obviously probably to here, I think. Let me just mark out where we're going to put the pond for them. So I think if we have something like that, we'll potentially do like a little island in the middle, I think. We'll pop that down to 2. We can just kind of make it work like that. Just see how that works. Okay, I think that works quite well. I know it's not massively deep, but it's enough for them to kind of swim around in and stuff. So yeah, so I think I'm going to keep it like that. I am just going to run potentially an in-game barrier just along the front here. Nothing too crazy. I'm probably just going to do something like a chain link or something, probably from about there. We're probably going to try and keep it as close to the path as possible. Obviously I don't want it to obstruct any kind of view or anything. So we're probably going to go to about there, I think. And then we might go there, and then same again. We'll pretty much just keep it as close to the path as possible. And then I might just leave it there because I might put some rocks and stuff in that side. But obviously that isn't going to be that high. I'm going to make it about that high. So then you can still kind of see over. If I was to add the anti-climb as well for the binturong, let me just see how that looks. Is that on the right side? Nope, that's not on the right side. Oh, that's on the right side. I don't think that's too bad, to be quite honest. Let me just see with the Angry Archer, just to see how we kind of measure up. So if you kind of imagine if you kind of stood potentially here, you can kind of see quite a lot, and obviously if you are stood you can see the otters and stuff. Obviously we're going to have like a little bit of a climbing frame for the otters here, and obviously the binturong's going to be more at eye level and stuff. Around here as well, you could, yeah, it should be okay. You should be able to see it as best as possible. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, how that works. I think that's going to work quite well, to be quite honest. So let me hop back into this one. I'm just going to pause it as well. Whilst I'm pausing it, because I wanted to keep checking on the different types. So we've got more red-brown fur. Let me just buy them too, because I still need more dark ones, but I just keep getting the blonde fur ones. I'll keep an eye on it, because like I said, I've only got these 2. I will schedule them 2 to go to the red one, that one there. So they'll be sorted when we pop back out of pause mode. So let's just get the rest of this building done, and I won't get distracted again. So pretty much this theme all the way around. I am going to use the wooden door piece just there, I think. I probably will end up shortening that down, because when I was doing the Gibbon area, the doors weren't fitting properly, and I don't know why, but it was a little bit weird, so I just kind of left it as best as I could. I don't really know why it was going a little bit weird, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. But let me just connect all that in. So I could use this wall as a bit of a barrier as well. I go to, I think it was chain link I used. Yeah, it must have been chain link. And then we did anti-climb to the left, I think. No, we didn't. We did anti-climb to the right. Just like that. And then I think I'm actually going to delete these ones out. Yeah, let's get rid of them as well. So it just opens up the area a bit more as well, which is pretty cool. Let me get rid of that. got a feeling it's just going to be awkward, but it's not the end of the world. That should be fine. So let's do that, and then it was on... Okay, so it was a left for this bit and the right for that bit. That's fine, not confusing at all, but it is what it is. So we've got anti-climb. The brick walls there not climbable, I don't think. That's fine. Curved barrier top. I have no clue what this is, but we're going to experiment with it. Wow, okay, wait. Okay, that's cool. I love that. I didn't even know that was a thing. But that is really, really cool. Let me just... I can copy and paste. So it's the same on each side. So 15 and 25. And that gives it that wavy kind of effect. I did not know that was a thing. I'm always finding new stuff on this game, but I'm going to be doing this to every single wall I find. I think that is pretty cool. Okay, cool. Doesn't give away too much visibility into the park either, which is good. I'm just going to do it with this one as well, and then I promise that is it. I'm not going to do any more after this. That's my promise. But then these ones do look... No, we'll keep it at that. That's fine. We're just going to do these ones. And then, yeah, so from here it's pretty much just filling in the inside of the binturong and the small-clawed otters. So I want to use the stone flooring in here, obviously with them being... Well, with the otters being aquatic animals. I think they need more of like a hard floor. I am just going to amend the terrain here just to make it all fit in. We shouldn't have any problems. There we go, that's fine. So what I can do here is I can just flatten to terrain. Obviously some bits aren't going to play ball, but we can get it kind of as best as we can. It is a little bit awkward with some bits, but what I can also do is I can just very slightly lift it like that. Because then obviously the otters will have their little area here. I am going to add in the PVC, but I'm not going to add it to the group. I don't know if there's a bug or something at the moment, but when I add this into like a wall or something, I can never get it back. So I am just going to leave it... Let me just get rid of that because it's not playing ball either. So I'm pretty much just going to do this and not even assign it to the group. Because like I say, when it goes into the group it goes a little bit funny. So I'm just going to leave it on the outside just so I can select it if I need to. But this is just for the small clawed otters. So obviously if I do that I can select it, and I've got the group separate as well, which is good. What I'm going to do here as well, I'm just going to add the barrier gate, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, let's get that in as best as possible. Then let's just move it back into position. Okay, and then like I said about this wall, I will just have to drop it down very, very slightly. So I'll just have to split it from the group and just drop it into position. I don't know why they don't fit perfectly, but it's a little bit strange, but don't ask too many questions with this game. And I might do the same that I did here, but kind of like that. No, let's not do that. Let's make our own, just so I can get it as accurate as I want it. So I'm just going to use the 1 meter wall pieces, And then, was it this shade we had? Nope, it was that one, I believe. That's the one. So if I could use... trying to think if a binturong would be able to get through that or not. It's going to take a little bit of fiddling around, but it's fine. I'm sure I can figure something. Might use these pieces just so I can get it in as best as possible. Okay, that's pretty fine there. And then if I just get that as close as possible, then I'm hoping if I was to sink potentially something like this. Also, I kind of want to keep it. I want to keep it away from the side of the fence. So, I think if I do something like that, and then maybe something like that. And then that's just a little hole for the binturong to come through. So I'm going to do the same as what I did for the gibbons, is just use the metal beams, and I'm going to colour them the same, just so I can add them around the edge. So I'll just use these ones, and then pretty much just put them straight into place like that. And then same again on the other side. And then when I came to the bottom bit, I went to there, and then probably to there like that. And then same again, but for the roof area, just like that. And then easy enough, you can literally Control and X, and you can do that on that side, in the middle as well if you want to. Just thinking about these side bits actually. Let me move that up so it meets. Like so, I'm not too bothered about the inside, and I'm not too bothered about that side because you can't see it from the side. But pretty much this is the kind of route I'm going for the binturong. I think on this side I'm probably going to do like an arch roof just so it's got more aerial space, and then here we're probably going to do like a dip down kind of flat roof and just have that bit a little bit higher just so it can climb inside if it needs to. Oh, I think we've had a baby donkey, a really cool looking one as well. Okay, so we've got a pie, I think it's piebald, I'm sure that's what it's called, but white fur with brown spots. So any name suggestions as well, drop them below and we'll get the little donkey called in the next episode. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm pretty much just going to fill in all of this, and then I will come back at the end and we'll see where we get to. Okay, so that is pretty much the building and the climbing frame done. What I have done here is I have just added that all into a group. It's just so I can kind of sink it down or make it higher depending on what I actually want. I'm thinking of actually going a little bit lower, you know, just so it's more kind of on eye level. But then I also don't want it to be too kind of restrictive to see the otters. So I'm thinking potentially, or I could even move it back a little bit. And I could go there like that. I left this one here like that, just for that reason, just so I could then again slot it straight back in to where I needed it. So yeah, pretty much that's what I'm thinking. Obviously the otters won't be able to climb up here, they won't be able to get up here. This is just for the binturong. Obviously the binturong can go in here if it wants to, but then it will also have its own separate little bit. This is only where the otters can get, because the otters won't be able to get in there. Obviously I tried to add a door here, but then the keepers can't access through and through, but at the minute they can, so I'm just going to leave it as it is because they can use this little thing here, the PVC curtain. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I am going to add maybe like a pallet climbing frame similar to what we made here but smaller, just for this area here, just so the otters have got something they can climb on. So yeah, I think that is pretty much what I'm going to do with this area. And then obviously with the sandcats as well, I might actually have to do this on a separate episode, I think. Just because the idea I've got is going to take quite a long time. So it involves a lot of kind of configuring of this path. I need to make sure the height's okay as well to do the actual overpass on each side. Or unless I just do one side for the sandcats and then something else on the other. I'm not 100% sure. But obviously we'll say today's episode is going to be the Gibbons and then this little area here. I will fill in the back here just with some trees. Obviously I didn't want it to be too crazy whilst I was trying to do all that, so I can just kind of add stuff like this. Obviously that one's already locked on to the aligned surface, sorry. So yeah, pretty much that's it. So from here I'm just going to kind of finish this off. Going to add some trees, just general stuff, and then yeah, we'll pop back at the end and we'll get the binturong and the otters added. Okay, so I've just purchased the binturongs and the Asian small-clawed otters, so we're going to send them straight into the habitat. I did do a little bit of a cut through just so I could get the building done, and I just added a couple of enrichment items here. I am just going to pop them into the quarantine just because I've got them all selected, and I do need to redo this path here. So I will have to just move this barrier back just slightly. I'm probably going to move it back to here because, like I said, this is the back end of the zoo, so obviously no guests will be able to get around here, so that's fine. We'll just pop that on to 4 meter, and then we'll just kind of hook that in like that. So this is pretty much what I've came up with. I'm going to add all of the education stuff for all over here and at the binturongs as well at a later stage, just because I don't want it to be too heavily focused on this. Let's see if we've got any. We haven't actually got any out at the minute. We've got some on this island. Let me just unpause. We've got 2 sat on the rope straight from there. I should actually, whilst I'm thinking about it, I'm actually going to open this area up just so we can actually get some guests through here. So I'm just going to turn off the railings just because I don't want the railings around here. So yeah, so that's all this area kind of opened up now. Obviously the binturongs and stuff are all in the quarantine, so I'll grab them shortly. I don't know why that's gone out of keeper access, because they were actually able to access that before. I wonder if... Actually no, let me check the keeper traversable area. Yeah, so for some reason I'm not actually able to walk through the doors anymore, which is weird. Well, apparently they are now. Okay, I don't know what. not the guests, I meant the keepers, but she's just having a wander around inside. That's fine. I guess the guests can go through now. Oh well, I'm not going to faff around with that too much. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Like I say, it's just a very small area. It's nothing fancy or anything. I think this should go up because I have got the water thing off, because obviously we're playing in sandbox mode, so I don't actually know why that isn't clearing itself up. Or is it? Just speed up time. No, it's going down. That's weird. Don't know why it's going down. And actually, I tell a lie, I didn't have that on, so ignore that. I never had it on in the first place. Just check the negative impact. It's not showing for some reason, don't know why, but... Is it because the menu's open? That's probably because I've got the setting off for negatively impacting guests and stuff, so that's fine. It's kind of hidden anyway, so I don't think they'd be too kind of bothered about that. I might actually change all of this bit here actually into staff path, because that is where the staff go in to see the horses and the donkeys. Also as well, I know I mentioned earlier, but we do have the little baby piebald donkey which needs a name. So obviously we named the piebald goat, Cookie in previous episodes, so let me know a name for this little guy and I'll get him renamed in the next episode. So let me just check on the quarantines. I think they've all actually arrived in the zoo. So they should be on the way there shortly. I have kind of hidden it in the back here because obviously we're only playing sandbox mode, so I didn't want it to be too far in. We're just waiting for one of the otters to finish their quarantine, so we'll just wait for that to finish up and then I will transfer them all over as one. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long, or I can just transport everything but Harem. So let me move all them out actually and just get them into the enclosure. Oh, this area's busy already. Can remove the angry archer now as well. So yeah, it's just a little cozy one. It's just like an additional area. It's nothing spectacular. It's just to fill this gap here. I was going to do aviaries, but I think I'm going to save the aviaries for potentially like here in these little slots. If I was to kind of move that tree potentially back there, having like aviaries here, aviaries there, and some there, because I want to do like a little woodland area here with some deers or something. But yeah, it's kind of coming together. Hopefully the inspiration does translate into the build. Like I say, I will pop another image up just here, just of the kind of inspiration. So I'll pop it like that and I'll pop the image here or something, just so you can kind of see it side by side. Like I say, it's not an exact replica. It is just heavily inspired by it. And they're being noisy. So let's just wait for them all to arrive in the zoo. There we go, so the binturong's here. We'll just wait for all these boxes to go and then I will just check all the traversable area and stuff. Right, let's check the binturong first. Okay, so we can't actually come out of here for some reason, but we will fix that. So let's just control, duplicate, just kind of make it like a tiny little ramp for him like that, and then now he should be able to access, there we go. So now we can access the rest of the habitat. I'm hoping the game kind of works as I want it to, and that the otters use this more and the binturong uses that side more. So he's using the little climbing frame as I wanted to as well, which is pretty cool. that you can kind of picture it. You kind of just like stood here watching the otters run around, and you can often see like a little binturong running around and stuff. Don't think we've got the second binturong in yet. Oh, she's here. I've only gone for 2 females. I've not gone for males because I don't particularly want them to breed because they go a little bit crazy sometimes. The otters I will probably leave off contraceptives at the moment. But yeah, I really wanted to add the binturong though because it's one of my favourite animals, and I feel like it's a staple in every zoo, so it had to be added. I did see these actually last weekend. Sunday just gone, I went to Dudley Zoo, and I didn't see them last time I went. I didn't even realise they had them, but it was curled up sleeping this time, and saw quite a lot of animals, to be fair. I'm having a little practice with just kind of like a beginner's entry-level camera that I took with me. I'll pop some little photos up here as well. I got a pretty cool one of a meerkat, which I'll pop here. It's quite an old camera, but I managed to get it quite sharp and focused, which is pretty cool. I do plan on investing on quite a decent one shortly, so we'll kind of see how that goes. Not too sure on models and stuff, but kind of want to take some cool wildlife pictures when I'm out and about. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it for the area. Obviously, like I say, I just need to add some education. Next time we will be kind of filling this, because I still need to think of an animal to go here. I was thinking of potentially doing like the peccary or something. I don't know. Just something that can kind of traverse this. I did think about the alpine ibex, but it's not really, doesn't really fit in with the area. Because obviously we've kind of got like Asia, and then I just need something to kind of go here. I could kind of make like a pretend little aviary here or something and just do some like little ground birds and just some perches and stuff, but not 100% sure just yet. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. It's been quite a long one, so I hope you have enjoyed it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you want to see next time, obviously after we've filled out this area, because obviously we've already got the plan for the sandcats and whatever's going here. And then the episode after we'll kind of extend down here, do a couple of aviaries, and then we'll hop back here and do kind of like a requested habitat here like we did with the Lar Gibbons. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you have, as always, I need names for most of the Lar Gibbons, or if you wanted to just name the group as such, because we've got, let's just have a look, we've got quite a few lot. We've got them swinging all over the place, so it might be quite hard to name them. But if you've got names for the binturongs, that'd be cool, or any of the otters, drop them all down below. I'll have a read through and I'll get them named up next episode. But yeah, feel free to subscribe, follow along with the series. It's quite a fun one, so I hope you stick around for it, and I will catch you in the next one.